Okay, so 10th standard students, this video is exactly the continuation of your last video. In the last video, we was in the economics part, and we are now in the chapter 3, that is money and credit. And what we have done the meaning and evolution of money. In evolution of money, there are some stages of this. These 6 stages are there. So in these 6 stages, we have already done the barter system and the commodity money. Barter system, goods to goods. Commodity money, where they will do the measurement by taking one commodity. Okay, suppose they will put one sheep and they will tell, if you can give me one sheep, I will give you whatever the weight of that sheep is there, I will give you that much of any commodity, whatever you are asking for, salt, sugar, like that. Okay. So now the third one is the metallic money. What is this metallic money? Gradually the precious metal like gold, silver, bronze, etc. began to be used as evaluated to value goods or services. It became a very suitable medium of exchange. So what happened? Then they used gold, silver, bronze, this type of valuable or precious metal. Okay, these metal are used as an evaluated to value goods or services. Okay, what happened in the primitive age? What happened? Now we are getting the coins, no, like that coins was there, but they are made of silver, gold, like that. Okay, that is the metallic money. Metal coins were made which were easily divisible with different denomination and portable, were convenient in making transaction also. Okay, so now if I am going to some other places and I need something, what I will do? I will carry those coins because they are less. Means, see, I am having suppose 10 coins. It means that 10 coins, with that 10 coins I can purchase one sheep. Okay, but if I have to purchase a sheep, maybe I have to give another some 3-4 animals. So I have to carry that animals. But once this metallic money came, it is getting very convenient for the people to get the transaction done. Metal coins were made which were easily divisible. Means coins. If you give me your cow, I will give you 10 coins, whatever, maybe silver coin, bronze coin, whatever. So it is easily divisible with different denominations of their size will be there. Okay, I will give you small one, I will give you medium one, like that. Okay, and portable means small, and we are very convenient in making transaction. Next is the very important, that is the paper money. Okay, so what is this paper money? The metallic coins were unsafe to carry. They are valuable. No, people can theft from you. The metallic coins were unsafe to carry. Therefore, people began to carry the written documents issued by well-known financiers. Financiers will be there. Means one person is here. Okay. What will happen? That person will tell or give a note. Note means in a paper he will write. Okay. You give one cow, I am the person who is taking care that you will get whatever the things you are getting. Okay. So the metallic coins were unsafe to carry. Therefore, people began to carry the written documents issued by well-known financiers. Financiers are there. They will tell like this. They will give a paper like that. Okay. But it was not actual money. Whatever the money right now we are having, that is not actual money. Actually, they was unsafe with carrying those coins and all. That's why they have told that okay, you can use this one. One financier is in this village, one financier is in that village. Okay, so in that the transaction is going on that note only, but were accepted and exchanged for money. This was not actual money, but it was accepted and exchanged for money. Okay. When such documents were issued by government, they were called as promissory note. Afterwards, what happened? Government will give like this paper. Okay, you can purchase one thing. Means I am giving you a promissory note type. Till now, till that time also, this whatever the currency we are having, the paper note 100 rupees, 500 rupees, it was not there. Okay. The government, when the government started issuing that okay, till 50,000 you can take anything from those persons. Okay, or means till that time that coins have come? No. So maybe I have given these 50 coins to the government place and they will issue that, okay, till 50 coins you can take it from there. Later on central bank, okay, later on central bank established by the government. Then government started thinking what to do for the next step. So they, once the central bank came, what they done? Later on central bank established by the government started printing notes. Okay, they will not write in hand or they will not give a printout or by writing that. Okay. So they are starting printing notes that has the guarantee of government. Correct? That means that is acceptable because the government is giving us the guarantee that okay, this person has given me this much of coins or whatever and he is now able to purchase whatever the value of 50 coins is there. This paper money became legal and accepted for transaction. This became legal. Previously, whatever it was done with the financer, that was not legal. Only to do the transaction it was getting done. But what the government has done, that is getting legal. Okay. This money became legal tender, which is legally accepted. It becomes a legal tender also. Okay. And it becomes legally accepted. Means I have to accept. If somebody, I can't make a question, no, this is not acceptable, what type of fake things you have taken, and what the fake things you are giving, I can't, means suppose somebody is giving me 100 rupee note, I can't tell, hey, this is not accepted, you have to give me this thing or that thing only, okay, like that only. So what is this tender, legal tender of every country is rupee in India. In India, currency is valued in rupees. 1 rupee, 2 rupee, 5 rupee, 10 rupee, 20 rupee, 50 rupee, 100 rupee, like that. Rupee. In USA, it is dollar. $1, $5. Okay. Pound in England, that is calculated in pound. Yen in Japan. In Japan money, Japan currency is known as yen. Yuan in China. China currency, it is known as yuan, etc. Every country is having their name of different name for their currency. So for India it is rupee. Okay, it became rupees. S plural when it is more than 1. Mean 2 means 2 rupees. 1 is 1 rupee, 2 is 2 rupees. And it is yuan in China. So different names are there. Okay, but the one thing I will tell you that the money being the money tender of USA, that is the dollar, US dollar, that is accepted throughout the world. The value you can make it acceptable throughout the world. Then it comes bank money. Now we are having the paper notes of 100 rupees, rupee, everything has come. Now what is this bank money? As trade and commerce flourished, bankers started issuing instrument for easy transaction. Okay, every time we can't carry the money and all. So bank afterwards, later on, once the day passed out, what they think that we should give some instrument so that the transaction becomes more easier. What are those instruments? Check. Suppose somebody is asking me for, or somebody will get 10,000 from me, and now I don't have the cash with me, it's there in my bank. What I can do? I can issue a check, draft, deposit, credit receipt. This type of things are available with the bank. Suppose I am having an account with the bank. Bank will issue me one checkbook. Okay. If I go to bank also, I can get demand draft also. Okay. If I pay them 50,000, they will give a draft. Okay, that is also a promissory note by the government, and that is legally that other person, they have to accept it that okay, bank has given, he has given 50,000 to the bank and they have issued that one. So there is no need to carry cash. Okay. Receipt thus came into existence. Bank money is widely accepted as a medium of exchange. It is widely accepted because it helps for the business, trade and commerce. Okay, every time, suppose I have to give 1 crore of money to some person, how I can carry this 1 crore money? Only I will do what happen? I will give a check and he can put it in the bank, and from the account it will go to his account. They help in transaction as well as transfer of money between person and places. Okay, they help in transaction. Always I told you 1 crore, 3 crore if I have to pay. So in the transaction they are helping. Okay, and as well as transfer of money. Suppose I have to transfer money, I have to give some money to somebody, I can make a demand draft. Okay, before it was not digitalized. Now we can transfer money from phone also, but previously it was not like that. Okay, so what will I can do? I will not issue this money or something to the account. Okay, what I will do? I will just put a demand draft. Okay, or credit receipt, like that I can get it from the bank. Once I will pay, suppose I pay 1000 rupee to the bank, and if I want a demand draft, they will give a demand draft. It's also looking like a check. They will give it. If I send it or give it to other person, if he goes to the bank, he can get that amount from the bank. Now the last one is the plastic money. From here only the digitalization came into existence. What is this plastic money? Bank innovated plastic money as plastic card known as debit and credit cards, through which transaction become more easier. We all know about the debit card and credit card. Okay, now people are carrying only this debit card and credit card. Now also that is also gone out. Now people are transferring money from the phone. All this phone pay, Google Pay has came. Okay, day by day the modernization is going on. But what happened? After the bank money, the plastic money came. What is this plastic money? See, paper money. Paper money is nothing but the currency what we are having. Okay, 100 rupee, 200 rupee, like that. And plastic money is the debit card or credit card. No need to carry cash. No need to carry cash, which gives safety to individual. I am not carrying cash, so I am safety. Whenever need money, just swipe the card and put secret pin code number for conducting transaction. Whenever, suppose I am going to Chennai, okay, what happened? In Chennai I need the money. So what will happen? I will carry that card with me. Once I reach there, I will go to a ATM, I will put it, I will put my that secret pin code number, and I will get that money. So there is no need to carry the money from Bangalore to Chennai, because that is unsafe. People can take that money from me, but I am not carrying that money. But then also the place where I need, I can do it, that transaction there. Since it is done through electronic means, so it is also called as e-money. Okay, means electronic money. It is done, the digitalization. Okay, as it is done through electronic means. Okay, see this ATM card and this phone pay, Google Pay, they all are being made through electronic means. So that's why that transactions are known as e-transactions or e-money, electronic money. Okay, so next class we will be discussing about the functions of money. Thank you.